It's officially that time of year. Medicare has just released the new cost of Medicare numbers for next year. So today I'm going to go over the new premiums as well as deductibles that you're going to see with Medicare for 2021. And although we're not excited about these changes, it's definitely something we need to be aware of going into the new year. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Jamie Banner, and I'm the founder of Medicare by Jamie. I'm a licensed insurance agent that works specifically with people enrolling into Medicare, and today I'm going to talk about the Medicare costs for 2021. So every year, right around November, Medicare releases the new amounts for the upcoming year, including your new Medicare premiums as well as your new Medicare deductibles. So like I said before, although we're not excited about these amounts changing and usually going up, it's something we need to be aware of as things are going to change starting January 1st. Before we get started, if you find the information in this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment down below, and I will get right into the numbers because that's what we all really want to know. What numbers are changing and how are they changing? So the first thing we're going to talk about are the increases. So like I said, from 2020 to 2021, fortunately, there's going to be an increase. You know, as time goes on, the cost of healthcare continually rises every year, so you can expect those numbers to likely go up a little bit every year. Luckily, nothing too substantial, but there is somewhat of an increase. And the first thing increasing is your Medicare deductible. Now, if you don't know what the deductible is, essentially the deductible is what you pay before Medicare is going to pay. So you pay a portion of your cost, and then once you've met that deductible, Medicare is now going to pay its share of your insurance, whether it's your hospital coverage under Part A or your outpatient coverage under Part B. There's going to be a deductible that you will pay upfront before Medicare kicks in with their coverage. And Part A and Part B each have their own separate deductibles. Something to remember, it's not just one, it's actually two deductibles based on which part of Medicare your service is falling under. So let's look at the numbers. In 2020, our current year, the Medicare Part A deductible is $1,408. And that deductible is per benefit period. So it's not an annual deductible, it's multiple times a year, but I'll get to that in just a second. So like I said, it's in 2020, $1,408, and in 2021, it's increasing to $1,484. So you're looking at about a $76 increase from 2020 going into 2021. Now, Medicare Part B deductible is a little bit lower, and that's an annual deductible. So in 2020, the Medicare Part B deductible is $198, and in 2021, it's going up to $203. So we're looking at about a $5 increase to next year. So again, nothing substantial, but really something you want to keep note of, as most people who have like a Medicare supplement plan who turn 65 either in 2020 or later will have to pay this Medicare Part B deductible. It's a good thing to remember that 203 number. Like I said, the deductibles are actually pretty different because your Medicare Part A deductible is per benefit period, whereas your Medicare Part B deductible is annual. What that means is your Part A deductible, you could actually pay that multiple times a year depending on how many days are in between your hospitalizations. So if you're released from the hospital and you go 60 days without being rehospitalized and then you're rehospitalized on day 65, you could pay that $1,484 again. Something to really keep in mind, you could end up with that Part A deductible multiple times a year if you don't have some kind of supplemental coverage. The Part B deductible, luckily, is an annual deductible, so you'll pay that $203 once for the year and you are good until the next calendar year. With the Part A deductible coming up multiple times, there's a couple different ways that you can actually get that covered in terms of something like a Medicare supplement plan, which is what I do. I assist people in finding the best Medicare supplement plans to fit their needs. You can always give me a call. My number is 833-65-JAMIE, or you can visit my website, medicarebyjamie.com, and I'd be more than happy to walk you through those coverage options. So now we know how the deductibles are changing. Let's talk about the premium changes. So what a premium is, it's essentially what you're paying the insurance company for your coverage. So premium is going to be something you pay on a monthly basis every month, no matter what. Deductibles you pay when you use the plan, premiums you pay pretty much regardless of whether you use the plan or not. So when we look at the numbers, in 2020, most people for Medicare Part A pay a $0 premium. So nothing to really write home about. And in 2021, it's going to stay the same. So most people are going to pay a $0 premium. There are some people who will pay a monthly premium for Medicare Part A, and I'll get into that in just a moment. Now, Medicare Part B, everybody does pay a premium. So anyone who's got Medicare Part B is paying a monthly premium, and the standard Part B premium in 2020 is $144.60. Now in 2021, that is increasing just a bit, and it's going to be $148.50. So again, not a huge increase, about $4 a month, but it is still an increase to take note of as your monthly billing is going to change. That being said, these are the premiums that the majority of Americans pay, but it's not what every American pays. You can actually pay more for your Part A in some circumstances, and you can also pay more for your Part B in some circumstances. So let's take a little bit closer of a look of when you might pay more than this $0 Part A or this $148.50 Part B. So Medicare Part A's premium-free eligibility is dependent on your work credits. So if you worked at least 40 quarters, which is 10 years, you are eligible for that premium-free Part A. So you've got $0 premium, nothing to worry about. However, if you did not work 40 quarters or you don't have a spouse who you can qualify under for premium-free Part A, you're going to pay a monthly premium, and it's pretty hefty. So if you worked between 30 and 39 quarters, in 2020, your monthly premium for Part A is $252. And like I said, in 2020, it is going up. So if you worked between 30 and 39 quarters in 2021, you're going to pay $259 for your Part A premium. And if you worked less than 30 quarters, it's even higher. So in 2020, if you had worked less than 30 quarters, your Part A costs $458 per month. But in 2021, that's going up to $471. So like I said, you want to just make sure you have the appropriate work credits to qualify for Part A, or you can qualify under your spouse's as long as they're eligible for Social Security benefits. Now, Medicare Part B is not based on your work eligibility. It's actually based on your income. So depending on what tax bracket you fall into, your Part B can go up. Essentially, if you made substantially more income than the majority of the country, you can pay a higher Part B premium. So let's look at how this breaks down, because even the bracket numbers have slightly changed for this year. So, like I said, the standard Medicare Part B premium is going to be $148.50, which is a $4 increase. To qualify for this premium, you have to have made individually, you had to file your taxes for $88,000 or less, or jointly $176,000 or less. And mind you, typically they're going to be looking at your tax return from about 2 years ago, because that's the most recent they can get their hands on. If things have changed, there's ways to appeal this. I've got a video about IRMA where I go over how to appeal it, and I'm going to link it down below. But if you fall within these margins, you're going to pay the Part B standard premium of $148.50. Now, let's say you made more money, so you're in a higher tax bracket. If you filed individually between $88,000 and $111,000, or jointly $176,000 to $222,000, in 2020 you were paying $202.40. In 2021, you're paying $207.90. And it's kind of just going to increase from there. So if you're in the next tax bracket, which is between $111,000 and $138,000 single, or $222,000 and $276,000 jointly, instead of the 2020 premium of $289.20, you're going to be paying $297 even. And there's 3 more categories you could fall into if you've got a higher income from there. So the next one, if you individually file for $138 to $165, or jointly from $276 to $330, in 2021, you're going to be paying $386.10. If you file individually $165 to $499, or jointly $330 to $749, in 2021, your monthly Part B premium will be $475.20. And finally, our highest tax bracket, kind of the people that made the most that they could make before they're retiring. So if individually you're above $500,000, or jointly you're above $750,000, you're going to be paying a monthly premium of $504.90 for your Part B. That is high. Like I said, it's not a forever number. If your income changes because you are retiring or you've had a change of life event, there are ways to appeal it, but just know they're going to look at your most recent tax return on file to determine these numbers. And it's also not going to be just your Part B premium affected. It's also going to affect your Part D premium. So this one's a little bit more variable because your base premium number for Part D is going to be based on your individual Part D plan. There's typically about 28 to choose from in your area, and each has a different premium. But if you made substantially higher income, you can also end up with an addition onto your premium under IRMA. And again, the addition follows the exact same tax brackets that the Part B one does. So you can take a look at them here. If you made the standard Part B premium, you won't have an addition. And if you made a higher tax bracket, you're going to be paying a few extra dollars to up to about $70 extra a month on your Part D coverage. So if you need to appeal your Part B increase, IRMA, you can also appeal your Part D at the same time, and they'll both adjust accordingly. Hope you found the information in this video helpful. Like I said, no one's excited about having an increase in their health insurance costs. Luckily, these increases are pretty doable. It's just something you need to be aware of going into 2021 if you've got things set up on auto payments, or just knowing how the numbers have changed to kind of budget around that. If you have any questions, you can always give me a call. My number is 833-65-JAMIE. You can also visit my website, medicarebyjamie.com, where you can request a free Medicare supplement quote. There's no cost to you to work with me. I will send you quotes in your area and go over all the coverage, as well as what parts of Medicare those plans cover, like that Part A deductible. You can also send me an email, jamie@medicarebyjamie.com. If you found this video helpful, I'd appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. If you stay tuned, I'm going to give you a tour of my website and show you exactly how to request that Medicare supplement quote. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Jamie Banner, the founder of Medicare by Jamie. I'm going to give you a quick run through of my website so you can easily navigate and find all the important links and information I provided for you. So when we get started, we're going to be right on the home page, and the first thing you can see is you can request a Medicare supplement plan quote. And that's what I do. I assist people in finding the best Medicare supplement plan options for them. So if you go ahead and put your zip code in there and a couple other basic pieces of information, I can get you the best supplement plan quote in your area. Once we get away from there and we go up to the top, we can see the Resource Center. So if we click on the Resource Center, we've got a couple options under there. The first one's going to be Video Library. So when we click there, it's going to take you to a page that shows you all of my YouTube videos. So all my videos will be on there along with their titles, so you can easily kind of search through them and see what video you're looking for based on your current needs. There's also a button up there that says subscribe to YouTube. So that will take you straight to my YouTube channel, where you can subscribe, comment, do whatever you need, and find all the videos you need. When we go back to the Resource Center, the next link is going to say important links. And that's going to be a ton of different hyperlinks that give a lot of information, like finding doctors that take Medicare, maybe filing a claim if you had something, lots of different things that can take you out to show you things you can do for Medicare. And the last section is going to be guides and forms. Now, this one is really important. I've listed a ton of forms that are going to be very important for Medicare. Stuff like employer coverage forms if you're still working past 65, IRMA appeal forms, maybe if you need to check your Part B premium based on your income. I have all of that here, plus a lot of different informative PDFs that's going to give you as much information as you need in Medicare, because that's what we want. We want you to be completely educated on everything Medicare related so you can make the best and most informed decision. I've also got it up here where everything is divided into categories. So if you need to find something a little bit faster, just click one of these categories and it's going to narrow it down to things involved in that section. Again, if you have any questions, you can always call me. My number is 833-65-JAMIE. You can also email me at jamie@medicarebyjamie.com, or you can go to the website and hit the Contact Us button and you can send me a little information. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.